Hello, and it's good to have you join us again on our, I'm sure, your favorite program, Close Flow, coming to you from Lagos Network. So it's always a pleasure having you join us at the table as we continue to look at the story of Nigeria.
Always to be a part of the conversation as we open the books
again in the narrative about this country. It's been agreed virtually around
or how unrealistic that dream now seems to be. Again, today we are brought onto the table another germane issue about the Nigerian environment. This time we are looking at the consumers of energy resources. Are those resources even there in the first place? Or are the consumers grappling with where to find those resources, just as they grapple to find the basic needs of life? So how is the Nigerian story being narrated? That with a size of 170 million persons, the economic trajectory, rather than growing up, it's actually coming down. Those are the questions we are going to be, well, asking our guest today, who incidentally is the president of the Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibilities Initiative for Nigeria. Is passionate about the fact that Nigerian consumers, energy consumers, that they should have their rights protected. Now, what are those rights? Where are those rights? Who protects the right? Who guarantees the right? Who offers the right? And who abuses those rights? So my pleasure to welcome on your behalf, Comrade Suraj Fadairo to Close Flow. You're welcome to Close Flow.
Thank you very much.
Now, very quickly, it will be good for us to understand what we are saying here, because I'm sure many of our viewers are they are probably aware of so many basic rights.
Yes.
Many basic needs. I mean, right to shelter, right to water, right. So these rights to which one is this one again now?
Energy.
Rights to what? To energy consumption.
Yes.
You mean they have rights like that?
Of course. They have right to electricity wherever it is available. And they have right to purchase petroleum at the right price, unadulterated, and
in the right
quantity. Not that because you say they say is 145 naira per liter, then you say you want to sell your own 140. Thereby anybody who wants to purchase, you sell 7 liter for 10 liter. That's not acceptable. Your right is to have 10 liter for 10 liter. Nobody asks you to sell it for less than 145 naira. But if you think you have good mind, maybe the way you got it is better for you to come down. That is why they say at most 145 naira. Then you could sell it for 130 if you get it well. But the important thing, if you sell 10 liter, must be 10 liter.
That
if
is
you buy
the
5
value
liter,
to the consumer.
Value, yeah. You are supposed to pay for the value of what you want to consume. If you want to purchase 10, it is 10. That is what matters to us. And it must be good quality, unadulterated, not just something that's going to spoil your vehicle or your generator at the end of the day.
Comrade,
yes.
Now I'm sure many Nigerians are very happy for you to have said this. Now the question will be, so who guarantees that when the consumer pays for 10 liter of fuel, he is getting, number one, 10 liter of fuel, then number two, 10 liter of quality fuel? Who guarantees that?
Well, it's supposed to be all of us.
I like
it's
that.
The government through DPR, Directorate of Petroleum Resources.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the NGO, is supposed to be catalyst to development. We are the ones that are very close to the people.
Yes.
We are with the people, but you imagine now, you have any complaint. You want to go to DPR office. You need to sign form. They need to know who you want to see. Are you invited? But we are the NGO. We are within the people. They know us, we know them. They have right. They are confident to talk to us. They don't even have fear. Our gates are not locked and closed. But unfortunately, as it is, we have not been able to do anything on petroleum because we wrote the minister. The minister directed our letter to
DPR?
No, not directly. To the permanent secretary. Okay. From permanent secretary to the director downstream, who wrote the DPR and where it's called PEF, Petroleum Equalization Fund, where many people are using as what do you call it? People are just stealing government money through that level. But unfortunately, we went to gave us a copy of the letter that went to DPR. We went there. The secretary to the director of the DPR said, "Okay, our letter has been forwarded to a department on the 7th floor." We went to the 7th floor. They said they never saw anything.
Any letter
Since it's 2016.
And this is
2017. Wow. The letter was dated, I think, May 2016.
So over a year now, the letter has been going from one.
No, it's just in that place, and we have not been called. Even if you receive something from your director downstream, you are supposed to call the person. Please come.
Involved, yes.
We even went there. The secretary to the director said, "Okay, director have minuted it to 7th floor." We went to 7th floor. And they said they have not seen anything
like that. Okay, now this is again, we are back to square one. The issue now would be, so we can't track ordinary mails. So how can we track quality control? How can we track even deliverables? If it is the position of any coordinating government agency to deliver to the people certain rights, so how do we track now? If you, as a party, as a stakeholder, cannot seem to track effectively, so how can even the average person on the street track?
And that is Nigeria for you. People don't really want the change. You won't say, what's it called? DPR even tried. Petroleum Equalization Fund. Yes. This is a fund that federal government wants you to buy. If you buy petrol in Lagos for 10 naira, yes, they want you to buy the same petrol in Kaduna 10 naira. So if you purchase it in Lagos, the federal government will pay the transportation.
Yeah, the difference between here and...
This is where some people used to siphon government money.
So even they will tell you they are going to deliver in the Sokoto?
Yes. So meanwhile, they purchase from Apapa, they are taking to Keja. They will just give the people there about 20K, right, that is going to Sokoto. Then they will write it, then they will just carry the letter. They can pack as much. At the end of the week, they've already gotten about 10 million.
Over what?
Over what? Just for transportation. They will pack all this into PEF office. We even went to DPR. DPR answered us. We went to PEF office. They say, I cannot enter.
That you don't have access.
You don't have access. They say, but this is a letter from. They say, go to that ministry. They say, go back to the ministry that gave you the letter. We are not entertaining you here. They say, even till today.
And
yet, they say, talk to the gate man.
Wait, and yet you are a Nigerian.
I'm a Nigerian.
And
registered NGO.
And you do not go there dressed like a white man.
No. Because they don't want the change. They want this business as usual. They want to continue stealing the money. They have the acronym. Of course, they don't want to stop.
Yes.
And the government didn't really know what is happening in all these places. They don't want things to work. They want to continue making the money.
Now, you have helped us to see only one portion of this matter, and this we're looking at petroleum.
Petroleum first.
Yes. Now, we see I've not dealt or even looked at the question of electricity supply.
Yeah, well, we're going there.
Okay, now, so let's even exhaust this petroleum issue. Now, where are the dangers now if we continue like this? Where actually are the dangers? What are we exposing our people to when we deny them what ordinarily should be their own benefits?
The problem looking at the corner is everybody continue to do his own as he likes. And this is what...
That's almost anarchy.
Yeah, this is what the government said they wanted to change.
Stop, yes.
They say change. This is the real change we are talking about. We are there to actually make sure we are a driver of that change. Whereas the people who doesn't want the change, the things we want to change, they don't want it to change. Meanwhile, they are denying us the opportunity to do so. Meanwhile, we are trying to really assist the government. We are not against government. Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibility Initiative.
As a matter of fact, you are complementing government.
We are complementing. It's even as we even it's even in our what's it called? when we wanted to register,
yes,
we told them that what we want to do is to assist government agencies to implement their policies, because they have good policies. Even in petroleum,
yes,
there was a time, it was during the Obasanjo time, they say any petrol station must have at least 4 toilets for public. Somebody who's traveling, who wants to
Please,
buy petrol.
can you say that again so my viewers can? Every
petrol station must have 4 toilets.
At least
4 toilets.
2 for males, 2 for females.
So that anybody passing by who feels like can use. Even your own customers who came to vend for can use. But what do you see? That is why we say we want to be there to complement government efforts. So all these things government wants, we want to make sure that the people vending for the consumers, that they follow all these things, because government have good policies most times, but how do you follow it? They don't, because there's nobody to really make sure that people follow what they want. If we had been involved with the DPR on that level, I am sure that by now compliance will it's either you want to do business in Nigeria, or you want to go away. Because by the time we make sure they close up your petrol station 10 times, because if you do it, we continue to watch you. And if you close it second time, you ask yourself, do I want to do business in Nigeria? That is the change you want to bring, but you have not. They have been denying us.
Comrade, I like your passion, because what you are trying to show to us here is that things can be done properly if only somebody is there to ensure compliance.
That's right.
Now, so where are we going to take this to now? If they sent you back to the ministry and you can't now get the ministry to come and arrest or to correct the errors, so where is the last resort to get the common man's position corrected? Where is the last resort?
The last resort may not be able to come in this petroleum matter, because the common man cannot say they want to go on the street because of petroleum. It is unlike...
It's a main source of livelihood. If you don't have fuel, you can't run your generator, you can't walk,
light, you can't do many things. Meanwhile, by the time we reach the city, we know why everybody has to go to petroleum. That's a really pathetic story.
No, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We just want to exhaust this.
Yes, petroleum. Yes. You see, government really have to know that many people want to assist the government. You have them, you have DPR, you have PPPRA. You find that even in their board, you have people that owns petrol station in their board. That's why you find that if they want to increase fuel price, they are part of the board.
They're already aware ahead of you.
No, we are not part of the board. You understand? And it's very wrong. Anything you have, I think in 1962, President John F. Kennedy have said that any panel, any committee must have somebody representing the
common
consumers.
interest. The common interest, yes.
And because at the end of the day, all these things are coming down to consumers.
Yes.
But you never say it. It's just them. It's just those who want the money. It's just those who want to carry everything. It's just those who don't want to cheat people. It's just those who doesn't care. Now, they want to make the money.
Now, this position you have just cited, sociologists all over the world have already identified that problem, that consumers are going to be at the mercies of producers. Now, so are you saying that the Nigerian situation is become a typical example of how people can be exploited?
Of course, they can't do it. Exploitation galore everywhere. Everybody's exploiting everybody. Everybody exploiting consumers. In fact, it's like you're slapping somebody from the left, from the right, from the back, from the front. Everybody, somebody will kick him, somebody will blow him. In fact, it is too much, and it is unfortunate that some people want to assist the government, and those that didn't want the change to come are denying that. And I don't know. It's unfortunate. Consumers really have to rise.
That is where we need to come to. Now, because as an NGO, Comrade, do you also take upon the responsibility of educating these consumers about these rights? Because it's one thing to assume that people should know what their rights are. It's another thing for them to actually know what those rights are and where they need to go to correct where those rights have been infringed. So do you educate your consumers?
Not only our customers, we do that freely. If you write anybody, you see our core value, the first thing we put there is enlightenment of energy consumers, which we have been doing even as I was coming this morning, we were discussing, and I told somebody that, look, we are very interested in enlightening people of their rights and responsibilities. That's why you say our name is Rights and Responsibilities.
Yes. We'll come back to responsibilities. I just want to exhaust this question about the rights.
Yes, because your right is to have the best. Customers are king. Consumers are king. If they don't consume your product,
you're out of market.
You're out of market. And these are the people that you have to treat as king. But in Nigeria, they treat them as trash because you want to make all the money and you know that I can go away with it. That's the important thing. That's why I say they slap you left and right and they do whatever they like.
The impunity to get just with anything.
If goods and services, somebody will work for some people and they treat them anyhow and they don't even pay them. They can even say, look, this month I don't have more than 5,000. If you don't like, go. No, these things are very wrong. Because when you talk about consumption, those people, the office consume the services of that man. We say consumers. It is unfortunate that we just allow things to go. And it is not, sometimes it's not that the government wants these things to go, but they don't know what their agencies are doing.
They do know.
No, sometimes they don't. They are, because there's no agency that will not say that, look, for this year, this is all we are going to use for NGOs. But none of them want to do anything to NGO. None of them. They tell you nothing. And when I am assisting you,
yes,
whatever we are doing, you see the former DG of Consumer Protection Council, he will say, yes, you people are the food soldiers. But food soldiers
are not fed.
Food soldiers are not transported. Food soldiers, nothing. It's just food soldiers. It's even good that the woman has been changed now because it's only you people. When they do anything, it's only what you call media people that will go with envelope. Even the food soldiers don't go with anything. No, that's the truth I'm telling you. Because they want people that's going to promote them.
And that's all.
And that's all.
Whereas the work is not really done.
Where are people doing the work?
Now, okay. So we are back to square one. Because now this is like a catch-22 situation. The consumer is not aware of what is right. That they should provide him with the information, with the enlightenment, with the education. You are handicapped. You are crippled. You cannot get
very much handicapped. Very much handicapped.
So who's going to
get
build
my
the
family,
cat?
my children?
No, so who's going to build the cat? Who's going to now correct all this? Because it's like Nigeria is now being held captive. Oh, you agree with that?
How by the actors?
By a few actors.
By the actors. That's the people that say they are the owner of the business. You know, they will always tell you government have no business in business.
Yes.
It's a big lie. It's because they are capitalists. They want to take over everything. Who has told you what change have you seen? Let's not go. By the time we go to electricity, what change have you seen? Before Obasanjo told you when he came as a military government, we have Nigeria Airways working very well. We have Nigeria National Shipping Line working very well. We have all these things. Everything was working well.
Then suddenly,
greedy people, selfish people, elements. You understand? Those that just want to take everything personally. You can see what they are saying. If one person, you can see somebody is holding for the something $1 million, somebody, all this kind of thing they are seeing now. You have to know that these people are no longer, they are actually not human beings. If you are
no longer Nigerians.
No. You are the milk of human.
It's not in their vein.
Has turned to something. Has turned to what's it called? Let me just call it gin. Yeah, or whiskey.
in their vein.
Yeah, because how can you, only one person, be getting kind of money we are seeing now?
But comrade, the question still remains, are begging, in the sense that people are now asking, so who is going to, these actors that we are talking about, So are we going to be at their mercy for eternity? Is that what you're saying? When would the consumers need to get up and say, okay, enough is enough. We need to have our rights guaranteed. We need to have our rights secured. We need to ensure that somebody is there to punish those who are abusing this right. Where would that happen?
Okay. Now, government agencies really have to work with NGOs. It's only the NGOs that are closer to the people that can do all this job we are talking about. NGOs are closer to the people. Okay, if I'm here with my camera now, we will have seen how many communities we have gone. When we go, we try to take pictures there. And sometimes people wonder. There was a day I went somewhere. I said, look, do you know that electricity, if they disconnect you unduly, you're entitled to 1,500 every day. They didn't believe.
Say that again, please.
Yes.
If unduly,
illegally,
yes,
like you are not owing, and they disconnect your light, you are entitled to 1,500 daily.
Until they could
reconnect. They did not believe. I have to ask.
Okay, wait. Before the calls start coming in, because I know many people start calling now. Let's just be patient. You're going to have your chance to speak to the comrade, but let's just exhaust all the opportunities we have to know what actually belongs to us as Nigerians in terms of consumption of energy in this country. Now, you said only one portion of the electricity, but I know there are so many portions of the electricity. Yes. Now, so let's close the book halfway on petroleum, because we'll come back to it. We will run around the cycles. Okay. So let's move now to electricity, because that's another, albatross. So okay, now you just mentioned one portion. Yeah. So if illegally you're watching, if illegally you're disconnected,
yes,
you are saying the disco should give you 1,500 naira
daily
until you are reconnected. Who is going to help you enforce that?
Well, that's why we are there. If you come to us, we fight it out for you. But it's supposed to be normal. By the time you go there, if that's why we go, telling you you're right. If by the time you go there and tell them, look, I've heard that it is my right, you understand? If you don't know, I said, when I said, everybody say no, it's not right. I say, okay. I say, just give me somebody from your community.
Yes.
Please, I gave it to him. Please read it out for everybody. They say, what? I said, that is why we are there. Government have done many things in your favor, but because you don't know, and even the government
keep to ride on.
That is why government is supposed to sponsor people like us, the
like NGOs,
so that they can let people know their rights.
To educate. Okay, now, how about people saying wrong billing?
Crazy billing.
Yes. Is that an abuse? Or the businesses are allowed to do that? After all, some people don't have meters, some people have problems and this and that. So is it not allowed for that business to estimate how much you have consumed? Is that illegal?
It's not illegal. But you are not allowed to estimate a consumer for more than 2 months.
Wow.
By the 3rd month, you should be able to know what is consuming.
Please, comrade, say that again.
Yeah.
It is not illegal.
Regulation allows distribution company, electricity distribution companies, to estimate you twice. By the 3rd month, they are supposed to come and read your meter. They call it routine meter reading.
Yes.
Supposed to read your meter and now make adjustment. Though now they want to estimate you forever, and by the time they even come to read your meter, they read your meter and leave all those estimates, and they want to carry on from where they stop. That's why we say it is not possible, it's not acceptable. Even the books does not accept it. But because people don't know, education
is very key.
Very, very key. Enlightenment, that's why we say our core value is enlightenment. Government really need to assist us to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't really have the capital.
No, you don't have the funding.
The funding.
Yes, it's not the capital. Let's be careful.
Yeah. The funding.
Before somebody will think that you want to go and build a house in the...
No. We didn't really have the funding.
Yes, in Banana Island.
Which we are supposed to have.
Let's even look at all the other rights which people have in terms of electricity. Now, suppose I'm putting up a structure.
Okay, well, let me just tell you one other thing.
Yes.
Your right is to light, to electricity.
Yes.
Where there's electricity, you should not be in darkness. You have right to request for it.
Say that again.
Where there's electricity,
You know there's a supply.
yeah, in that area, you're right. We call it golden right. The first golden right is that wherever there's electricity, you are entitled to light. Just make your request.
No, but comrade, this one you are promising Nigerians.
It's not promising. It's what is in the books. Any RC have regulations, and these things are there.
Wow. You mean government says that anywhere there is electricity,
You are entitled to it. It's your right. Request for it and have it.
just file it in that my house is here, number 10 of this street, and I need electricity.
That's all.
Wow.
They need to give it to you, but because of sometimes they don't want things to be easy so that you can come up with what
And start paying something. So there's a gatekeeper.
There's
a gatekeeper. Yes, a gatekeeper is there. So when you bring your application, we say, hey, which day did you come?
That's why you see them. We have started forcing them to give what's it called, disconnection notice now. Before they don't use it.
Yes.
They only use disconnection order.
Yes.
But we are now letting people know that they have no right to disconnect your life without disconnection notice. It could be 7 days, could be 5 days, could be 1 month. Because maybe you leave your house every day to go and work. That is their own work. And you leave 5 o'clock, you come back 10 o'clock. But if you see that thing, you will find a way within those days to send somebody if you cannot make it. It's not that you just come just all of a sudden one day.
Disconnect.
And disconnect.
But that's been happening. Okay, now let's come to the question of even before you get disconnected.
Yeah.
How about metering in itself? Now, people are saying that there was a notice somewhere or a news somewhere that you can get your prepaid meter, and all that, and you don't need to pay until you get your prepaid meter, and the discos are compelled to let people have prepaid meter. So which one are we? Where are we now? Can we have access to prepaid meter, or must we have meters from the discos or the meter suppliers? Which one where are we?
According to the regulations, discos are supposed to give you
meters. Wow.
But we might have to, you see, we might have to force them. The only thing is, Ikeja Electric.
Yes.
If they don't permit you into their system, you cannot vent from them. So if you buy meter from somewhere, anywhere, it has to go through their own technology, so that you can.
They have to reconfigure it.
Reconfigure it. So also every other one, but it's getting to a level that we want to force them to use made in Nigeria.
It's standardized.
No, it's standardized.
Yes.
Well, anything produced in Nigeria have to be okayed by Standard Organization of Nigeria.
Yes.
And even it has to do with meter, it has to be okayed by NEMSA.
Yes.
NEMSA have to okay it before it can be used anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? So far it is meter, that's the authority on meter.
Yes.
But now, by the time we now force them, because they don't want to do, the only thing they have done now, people have been, and let me just use the opportunity to tell people, because the vice chairman of Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission wrote us, which I received on Wednesday, that we should let people know that the people they asked not to pay if they didn't give them meter are the MD consumers. MD means maximum demand.
What's maximum demand?
Maximum demand is type of meters that is used by industries,
by
petrol stations, by big hotels, by big eateries. They consume so much energy.
So if they don't have a meter, you can allow them to.
But for now, any one of them that they don't have meter, they should not pay any kobo until they are given meter. If they say, call me.
Yes, COMRADE. Yes.
Yes. Maximum demand meter users. Anyone is maximum. If they have not given you meter by today, don't pay a kobo.
Okay, all
until
right.
You are metered.
All right.
Authority from Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission.
We will take a break because I know the number of callers who are already waiting to join this conversation. So we will take a break. Let my guest take a breather. Okay? Let him take a breather, and then we'll come back and be ready to take on your questions. Just stay with us.
When we came up with the team, say Operation Zero Tolerance, we were saying zero tolerance to deaths on our roads. We were saying having zero crashes, yes, on our roads.
We'd love to see you in Dashiki, or Dandogo, or Agbada.
The youth still have a very big chance of making a very big difference. That's why I started a lot of projects.
We have not been able to distinguish traditional medicine from traditional religion. So that one has...
Every edition is an arresting conversation with distinguished Nigerians from various strata of the society, bearing their minds on how we can realize the Nigeria of our dreams. Join us live on Close Flow, Monday and Friday, every week here on NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Close Flow. The conversation is about you.
Thank you for staying with us. It's still Close Flow coming to you from NTA2 Lagos Network Center. We have been talking about the rights of consumers of energy in Nigeria. We started looking at the petroleum sector, but we couldn't even really exhaust some of the challenges we have there. Then we decided to even go to another albatross on everybody's life, and that is electricity consumption. And it's still the same cycle of helplessness. COMRADE is still here, and already we want to thank all of you who have sent in your comments and your questions. I'm sure we will find able to deal with them. But there is one prevalent issue that I think I would like him to talk about very quickly. Because the Electricity Regulatory Commission allow people to look for meter under the credit advance payment for metering. Now, what does that guarantee people? What is that really saying?
Okay. It is brought out because these distribution companies don't want to meter people. They now say, okay,
they are compelling. It's like a blackmail.
No, it's not blackmail. It's just while they say, because they say they don't have money, which I believe is a lie. You understand?
But when they were being pre-qualified to become distribution companies, they have money. Yeah. So how come they now say they don't have money?
By the time we go into that one, we can't finish it here.
Okay, let's go on with our story first.
Because there was no sincerity of purpose there.
Exactly.
That's
what you're saying.
Of purpose.
Okay, now let's come back to this.
CAPME.
Yes, CAPME.
CAPME is supposed to the meaning of CAPME is credit advance payment metering.
Yes.
It is for you. If you know they have been estimating you 13,000, 14,000, 17,000,
which many of us have been going through.
Meanwhile, you're supposed to pay 2,000.
Yes.
They now say, okay, since you don't say what your problem, you don't have money. Anybody that can pay, borrow them that money. That's why they call it credit advance payment.
Yes.
By the time you pay that money, they give you that meter. You will use that money you paid. You will use this to use energy. Every month, maybe 1,000 every month. It's not that you paid it. You are going to use the money you paid. You are going to consume it. Eventually. But some people don't understand. They say, no, the government say we should not pay. So no. It's to help you, to remove you from that bondage of estimation.
No, but say it again. Let my viewers quickly understand this. CAPME means that if they say, okay, you need to pay 12,000, then you pay the 12,000.
You pay the 12,000.
Okay.
Then you use monthly, immediately after, maybe 500 every month
will be deducted against
for you to use the energy. Until it is saturated.
Okay, now, but who manages CAPME?
As good as the CAPME is, at least it's a way of.
It's a bridge.
It's a bridge, which the current minister have fallen. You know, he seemed not to know what people
are capable of doing.
No, the people they kept it there.
Yes, are capable of doing. Yes, okay.
I'm trying to talk about Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission.
Yes,
they are what made them to do that. The minister seemed not to know why they went that level. He just came on one day and said he cancelled CAPME because you're not supposed to pay, which is the only bridge people are trying to pass. And as a minister, I think he should know that whoever is managing NEC
yes,
is capable.
Is knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. That's
yes.
why he's there. And if you want to do anything on slavery, you should have taken advice from him.
Consultations.
Rather than just...
Okay.
Because we were happy that some few people are using that bridge to cross.
Yes.
But he just...
And to get metered. That's
metered.
Yes, properly metered. Okay, now, we will continue. This conversation can never end. So we will just continue with... because we have so many questions here, and I would like Comrade to deal with them. It is essential that he answers some of these questions or some of these queries. This is Umar from Ogudu. What is your body doing in saying that consumers get the actual value of their money, irrespective of whichever fueling station can we get to buy our fuel at the same price and quantity everywhere in Nigeria? You were talking about that just now.
Thank you.
Umar.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Umar. Let me just say it's a pity. Will I be able to answer your question very well? What if you have listened to me very well? Directorate of Petroleum Resources has not given us that opportunity to do so. They have not welcomed us on board to assist them to punish these erring petrol stations. So for now,
there's nothing we can do.
There's nothing much we can do. Maybe tomorrow, if they decide to call us, we are the ones that are close to the people. We live everywhere. And people are close to us. We receive complaints.
No, let's go back to the point you raised about what one great man said when we are constituting governing regulatory bodies. That is essential
President
that the consumer...
John F. Kennedy,
yes,
in his inaugural speech in 1962, he said any panel, any committee that is set up must have somebody representing the consumers, because whatever they decide there, whatever all they are meeting is still coming back to the consumer. So there should be somebody at that level taking care of the consumers.
And so that's what we don't have in
which don't have
in DPR, in all these other places.
To be fair, I think Nigeria Electric Regulatory Commission, maybe we have been firing them. They have just, when they have a meeting now, they have been calling us.
To the meetings? To the meetings. But how about this decision making? Okay, we'll come to that. Umar, I hope you hear that. This is beautiful from Ikeja. The issue of fuel dealers coming from various parts of the country to source fuel just in one state, what can be done to reduce this?
It is the problem of NNPC.
Yes.
And it is the problem of the bunkers. Because actually government tried in many places, go to Masimi, go to what they call Kwara State, go to many places. But when people will go and break these pipes, it's just like wasting of everything if government continues to push pipe to that level. If not, it will have just been anybody around this place go to this place, which was government's plan. But our people, we go and bust this pipe, take the fuel, and start to go and sell.
No, but Comrade,
yes,
this pipeline vandalization, why is it something we cannot deal with? What exactly are they spirits?
They are not spirits. They are only people that believe that they are just like armed robbers. Armed robbers come to your house to take your properties. So they are
criminals.
They are criminals, core criminals, and that is why what brought about PEF.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the people in PEF are still using that one to...
They have taught another level of gate men.
Level of gate men. They just have their cronies that will collect these papers from depots, from Lagos, private depots, government depots. They will collect these papers, they go to PEF, and PEF will pay.
Without ascertaining if the man are taking the fuel from Lagos to Kaduna.
I say even when I went there, they didn't allow me to enter.
Because they know you are not one of them.
No, they say go back to the ministry. They have no business with you. They say anything want to say it through the gate man.
Anyway, you are saying on television and let Nigerians know.
They should know what is happening.
Biodun, I hope you hear that. So the issue actually about how to confirm what is happening rests with PEF at the moment, but PEF has its own challenges. Jerry from Okota, why do people get so concerned about fuel, but nobody pays attention on the product used by the common man, kerosene?
It's the same thing. You see, you will find out that government have been trying their best to make sure that kerosene price even comes down.
Yes.
Even as of today, even government said the regulation, I'm sure on kerosene, government can still do something about it. But the fact remains that they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. Because NNPC cannot tell me that they can't handle it. That is why when you even see the people that are not supposed to be on board, the people that are going to gain from it, when they are on board, what do you expect? If people are first idea, we are talking about how it's going to even come down for less than 60 naira. But they want to make money.
They have cushioned it to go to 250 naira. And they are the ones in charge.
How do you expect them to think about you, Biodun? I'm sorry, the people there for now, I don't think there are people who's ready to fight for you on that board. I'm sure.
But comrade, the NGOs are recognized by the law of the land.
Yes.
So why won't the NGO be given a space to act as the ombudsman, to act as the check that is in the law? Why?
My brother, NNPCs cannot tell you that they don't have a pause for this kind of things. But one, they will frustrate you to get there. Even if you are able to get. At the end of the day, when they know that the annual budget is almost finished, since they did not use the money for the right purpose, they will not. They just find something. They need something for something. They just find something to remove the money after the money is there. So then who's going to question? They want to spend the money before the end of the budget. If not, they know that they keep something for the NGOs. Or you see, it is good, like you said, it is recognized. But the government agencies don't want. It's just like a friend who says, "Look, my friend, the money in this parastatal is not enough for me and my family. So if I don't know you, no, it was some.
I know, that's like a joke.
If I don't, it happened, but now it's like a joke. If I don't know you, I can't give you business because government put me here to make my money. Not to talk of NGO.
Biodun, have you heard that?
They will always tell you there's not enough money. That's their complaint. Not enough money.
That is the story of Nigeria.
And the money but supposed to be there.
Can't the NGO go to court? Have you said that this is not judicially? I mean, it's not actionable.
Well, if I have actually, I wanted to go to Abuja, but I found out that they have the National Assembly have already left for
break.
Holiday until July. By July we go. Someone has advised us to go to Committee for Ethics.
Yes.
That when I'm talking, I said the PEF did not allow me to enter. I need to let them know.
This is what happened.
Is it not government office?
Yes.
The secretary to the executive secretary is heading that place.
Yes.
The secretary to the executive secretary, I say, okay, how can I? He said, you can't talk to the executive secretary, it's not even around. Even if it's around, he said, you cannot enter.
Are you a Nigerian?
I say, you can't enter this office, go to the ministry. He told me on the phone. I still have the phone number. If I want to talk, it's only the gate man, the security man. Say that's the only person who can talk to.
This is Petroleum Equalization
Fund. PEF, yes. Petroleum Equalization Fund.
We'll take on that later on. Let's quickly exhaust all these questions. Okay, Chuku from Isheri, how come your body does not enlighten the consumers of their rights? But even where they fight for these rights, who backs them up to fight against the disco? This is okay, Chuku from Isheri.
Thank you. My brother, our NGO is called Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibilities Initiative. If you write us, any community at all, and we are in
say it again, so that they can take the name and the address down.
Our NGO's name is Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibilities Initiative. We are at Lot 16. Flat 2, Abeson Estate. That's Jakonde Estate, Abeson, Ipaja, Lagos. If you write us, we come and do enlightenment for your community free of charge. But you will pay our transport to wherever you are.
To the locality.
To the locality.
Yes.
We are not charging you. We enlighten you or your community on your rights and your responsibilities. Because your right is to use electricity. Your responsibility is to pay for what you consumed. Only what you consumed, not just anything they give to you. And the distribution company, their right is, their responsibility is to give you
what
electricity.
You have paid for.
And their right is to collect money for energy that you consumed. I repeat, the energy you consumed.
It is not the one they estimated you consumed.
Not estimation. Because you can consume 2,000, they tell you estimation of what's 10,000. They give. I have somebody who has only fan, radio.
And they gave him a bill. They give a bill of
just one. Do you know they are giving him 13,000? They started from 1,000. It went to 3,000, went to 7,000, went to 12,000. It's always going up. It never came down.
Only one room with.
And my brother, as second part of your question, many people that come to us, but for that one, we ask people to support us, but we fight for you. We will get it down for you, by God's grace. We have been doing many. We go to the forum. We go to them. If they don't answer us, we go to the forum, because NEC has a check and balance body, which is called the forum. Ikeja Electric have Ikeja forum, Eko Electric have Eko forum. We go.
So at that forum, you can come and confront the distribution company directly.
Yes. We have been going and we have been winning them there. We have been getting. If you go on your behalf, we make sure by God's grace we get redress for you. It's a redress center for everybody.
Okay, before you because Mustafa's question is almost aligned to that. Mustafa is that where can consumers complain to when their right is being breached in terms of excess billing?
Okay, you have to write to the CCU section of that distribution company.
Say it
that
again.
Is customer care unit of the distribution company you are using. That's where you direct it to. And if we don't answer you on time, your right is to take it up at the forum. Write to the forum and appeal that you have written to them. You take a copy of the letter, and
the date.
When you take it to
let them sign.
Please go with second copy. Let them stamp it that they receive it from you.
Yes.
And the date will be there.
Yes.
So that date will allow the forum office to know that
this complaint was lodged.
This complaint was lodged and they have not answered you. So they will decide to take it up with them. And if you don't see a redress within say 20-something days, then they will now invite you that you come and face them, come and say your own part, let them say their own part. They have somebody there who is as knowledgeable on the regulations. Of course, we are too, because this is what we do, so we have to know what we are doing. So,
but Mustafa may probably be interested, if it's possible, to let that letter be routed through you. Is that not possible?
Yes, why not? It's possible. That's what we do. That's what we do, and probably at the end of the day, we give you our phone numbers so that you can call.
No, if it's possible, maybe my producers can scroll the numbers on screen if they have the numbers, so that viewers can get to know exactly where they can send their queries to. That is the Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibilities Initiative. Now, Bolanle from Bariga, does Disco really know of all these rights that you have stated here?
They know, but because they know you don't know, that is why they are not ready to assist us to do the enlightenment. I think the NEC, all these people, they are supposed to be doing this. And they know this, they asked these different companies to be doing it. But the different companies will not do it because it will undo them.
Yes.
And the different companies will not want to assist us to do it because they know it will undo them. So that is why the NEC, NERC, but with due respect, they know they are supposed to
wake up and do something. Yes.
And do something, because we are there to let people know their rights. And it is better for you. It is one of their rights. One of their duties to let people know their rights.
Yes.
They have such departments, but where are they? They are in the offices, air-conditioned offices, driving big cars. But that is, meanwhile, they are doing it.
And meanwhile, you are on the streets.
We are on the streets.
Food soldiers.
The food soldiers.
But the hungry food soldiers.
So,
okay. Kind from Ikoyi. People living in public environment, are they allowed to use the pay meter? When they say public, I'm sure maybe public housing estate.
Of course, yes. You need it more. So far, it's residential.
Yes.
You need it because Jacondi Estate.
Yes.
Lagos State Estate.
Yes.
You need it because, look, let me just tell you, meter is your right. Because it's the form of measurement of what you use. That's why government say you're not supposed to buy it. Because it is the person that is giving you the product. If you go to petrol station, you want to buy petrol. The dispenser is there. You will see it. That's why we say what you buy. We want to make sure when you buy 10 liters, it's 10 liters.
10 liters, yes.
We only hope government agencies that are denying us will give us the opportunity to serve them and serve Nigerians. Because we want to
and at the end of the day, what you're saying is this will benefit all of us. Because if the economic activities of the people are actually effectively monitored,
yes,
then there will be growth in the economy. That's what you're saying.
That we even put full stop to the people that will tell us they will not allow you because they are bribing them.
That will end that.
No, it will, because you see people when they say DPR, well, they will not allow you. The people used to bribe them. Why are they not? They will say don't you see? You think they don't know these people are that they have them, that they know what they are giving them, so that they will look the other side. But they need to get off this. They are comfortably paid. You don't need all these things that cannot stay in your pocket.
Yes.
Because our people used to say, if you take wrong money, it will go wrong way. You understand what I'm saying? If you do all this one, and at the end of the day, one day you see all these big high-rising building burning down, it's because you are robbing people.
Yes.
All these people, the heads of those people that these people are paying, they are selling 7 liter, 8 liter, 6 liter for 10 liter. It's on their head. We ask you.
Well,
it is true.
Okay, comrade, because that's always the issue in Nigeria, the God factor. Well, an apostle is here also with a question. So let's look at the God factor here. It says, for years, there has been no power supply in Ibafor in Ogun State. What do we do about it?
We are not aware.
No report.
If officially we are aware, we go to those that are concerned and ask them why. It's not only them. You see, we are not incapacitated, but we are not funded. I hear
you are crippled.
Even some places you see somebody saying in those states they have not seen light in 10 years. I just look. Do I go to Ondo State with my own money? Till now, we do on our own. The money I'm supposed to be feeding from my children, I tax them for what I do.
Now, but comrade, what actually should be funding this NGO?
Number one, most people that goes, you see many people on this line. If you go, there are many people that register NGO, but all they want is they want to go outside to donors and collect money.
Okay.
We have not go to any donor.
Foreign donors?
We have not. Though I once went to, because I know the energy person at the German embassy. I went to her. I was properly educated. She didn't give me something, but I got plenty of things
of education.
From her. She told me, hey, comrade, you are doing this, you go here, you go there, you go there. Anybody that wants you to come, tell them to write you. If they don't write you, nobody's going to know. And this one you go. Anybody that wants you to come and talk, then tell them fund your transport. Well, you shouldn't be doing this. That is to prove that they really appreciate you. As you are doing it, please change your style. That since then, I learned a lot. They didn't give me anything, but that was why the day I met with the Consumer Protection Council Director General, when I was able to go they invited for something, yes. And I told her. But I started showing her, say, this committee, she looked at me. Enlightenment?
And you have carried out in all these areas.
She said, wow, we need to
work with you.
Till now,
Nothing has happened. So that's the story of Nigeria. Well, I don't know. I know so many questions are still pending
but
in the
honestly,
yes,
it is the government agencies that has to do with these bodies. With
that should fund these responsibilities.
Fund these responsibilities because it is their core duty. They are
to enlighten the
yeah. And they can't do it as we do it.
As thoroughly.
They can't.
Yes. Okay, well, Comrade Suraj, I don't know what we can do about this. I know that time is always the issue here. My producer's already screaming that we need to leave here. We want to thank you so much for coming to speak with us. We do hope that we should have you to come again so we can have the indicators if there is any level of change in enlightenment and education amongst our consumers.
We are always ready. So far it has to do with energy. It's our call. It's my call. We are in the 17 states for now, but most of them is just trying their bit. But we actually need these agencies to make us driver of change.
The government is preaching.
Because they have, what we are saying, they have policies. We need to help them monitor the implementation of these policies. Unless they are actually not serious about these policies.
Unless they don't want the change.
Unless they don't want this change.
All right. My viewers, you know the conversation is never over with us. www.ntlnc.com, www.youtube.com/NTA to Lagos. Go there and then search for Close Flow with Comrade Suraj Fadairo, the president of Energy Consumer Rights and Responsibilities Initiative. And then you can also check on that site how to get in touch with them just in case you have a complaint. Thank you for watching, and it's bye for now.
From traditional religion. So that one was
Every edition is an arresting conversation with